Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome to Dark Souls 2 Scarred vs. Sin. So, in this video, I decided that we'd start a brand new series on Scarred vs. Sin. So why am I doing this Scarred vs. Sin series? Why am I actually doing this? Well, mostly it's because of the fact that I just thought it would be time, or it's high time, that since I am going to be doing a speedrun of Dark Souls Scarred vs. Sin, I would end up, talking about, or at least showing you a full series playthrough of Scarred vs. Sin. So, I will leave you with this message and explain a little bit more about what we are going to be doing, on Scarred vs. Sin. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this cutscene, and we will return, and I'll talk to you and tell you exactly what I am planning to do with this series.
Everything once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish, time after time. For that is your fate, the fate of the cursed.
Alright, so I left you with the cutscene, and what is this series? What is it going to be? Well, mostly it is just going to be a planned series of me playing through the game, and pretty much showing you everything I can. In today's video, we will be going through character creation, and of course, the very first boss, which is, the last giant, which, surprisingly enough, and you'll see that I've noticed this. This is kind of the Gundam Opal style boss, and you'll see what I mean as we run into this boss. Now there will probably be a few quiet moments. I'm not going to do a full-on commentary. I may leave you all with some blank spots and some points where I'm just going to run through the game, and you can just enjoy the video. I'm not going to do this full-on commentary based because, in total, this was one of the longest recordings I've done. It's actually, cut down to about an hour, 3 minutes. So, it's going to be one of the longest videos you will have seen, me do, at least for quite some time. The second longest video that you'll see me do in a while will actually probably be, what is it? The speedrun attempt. I will be probably posting a speedrun attempt of my Dark Souls 2 run through when I do decide to speedrun it. But in this case, we're just going to be doing a casual run around. So you'll see here that I switched up the jump because I wanted it to be a little more in the classic zone. And here, basically, I'm just going to jump to reach this little tree. Which gives you this smooth and sulky, which is one of the very first few items you will get, and one of the first few items that will help you. Now, I do backtrack a little here, showing you a area that we will go through later in the video, just stating, showing you that fight. Now again, like I said, this is such a long video, so you won't hear my voice or my commentary throughout the time. I may leave you from time to time at certain parts just to kind of have you guess what I was thinking. I'm going to leave you to guess what I was thinking throughout the video. So here, I'm just going to leave you with a cutscene, and then, yeah, I'll be back in just a bit.
An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them. Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed. What is your name? At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy. Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Alright, I'm back here. So here we're getting our human effigy, and this is where you kind of create the character creation. Now, I will be teaching you some of the speedrun techs, yeah, mostly this is just going to be me doing my character creation. Now, honestly, in Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, I've actually liked the base character creation, so I haven't really messed with it much. I didn't really change a lot. Even in Dark Souls 1, I think I didn't really mess with it much other than just like a few changes here and there. But, you know, in general, this is just me doing a little bit of a few character creation changes, a few changes. As a speedrunner, I wouldn't do this many changes, obviously, because, you know, you want to just kind of get in the game and you're on the clock. But I just thought I'd show you some of the changes that I do when I do play this game kind of casually. And yeah, I will meet you guys you all back when we get down into the details about all the characters. Now you're probably noticing that I didn't really cut that much. I ended up realizing that this was you know, right when I started talking about the characters. So here we have the warrior class. You know, the warrior is by far one of the most basic characters. High of course, high strength, dexterity, and skilled with mostly all weapons. Very good for beginners. Very easy to play through. Not really a tanky character, but by far definitely has an easier playthrough. Not a character I will be playing. Not the character I will be playing as, or the style I will be playing as through the game. But yeah, this will be something that, you know, you'll see me play. You also then here have the knight, which of course is you know, a very easy easy character, much more tanky than the warrior, but still very good for beginner characters. Definitely a character who relies mostly on health and of course strength based weapons. Then you got the swordsman, who of course is proficient in dual swording, very good at dodging or being dexterity. And then you got the bandit, who is very good at all weapons, and actually is pretty much the character for speedrunners. I like also the armor that the bandit gets. You have a clerk, which is a miracle build, very good, you know, good at healing and doing spells that can support your team. You have the sorcerer build, which is very good at being offensive in spells, you know, and used in that way. Then you got the explorer, which comes with a good bit of items, and you know, not very skilled in everything, but definitely someone that you can work with. And an interesting character nonetheless. And then of course you got the deprived. The deprived is by far one of the worst characters for new players. If you're starting out as a new player and you're kind of thinking, oh, Accureye, I'm going to just start as a deprived because I'm going to be at level 1 and I'm going to have pretty much a blank canvas. Yes, you have a blank canvas, but let's face it, at the end of the day, it's going to be about 9 or 10 times harder than you think. And it could eventually make you rage quit if you start off as the deprived. So I definitely would not recommend starting off as a deprived. But in my case, we will be talking and starting off as a deprived character. So with that being said, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the gifts, which I will be getting into, I think. I'm not going to cut the commentary here or anything like that. But yeah, we're starting off as a deprived, so I'll show you a build, and at least a somewhat okay build that can help you survive as a warrior or melee class. Again, not exactly going to be for focusing on, you know, magic or anything. I may do another playthrough where we're focused on magic. But who knows? If I do another playthrough that's focused on magic, I will just go through the bosses and the level ups. It's not going to be like a playthrough like this where it's like, you know, a 1 hour long or something like this. But then again, I did decide to pop both character creation and of course boss number 1 in one video, because I was like, I don't know if I want to do, if it would be long enough for me just to do character creation. So yeah, that was my choice there. Anyway, let's talk about the gifts. You got nothing, which is nothing. You got the lifelink, which raises your health. You got human infantry, which can help you regain humanity if you ever do decide to leave. You got healing wares, which is what I start with. You got the bonfire aesthetic, which increases and raises the level of the game and gives you more XP. And then of course you got what was it? I believe it was something like petrified something, which can help you, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with this cutscene, and then we'll talk about some tactics on that one boss I skipped earlier, or that one guy I skipped earlier.
Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom. But remember, hold on to your souls.
They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again. You must go, well, I suppose, if you find yourself at an impasse. But if your will is yet unbroken, then you may return here. Just...
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveller, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost, decayed kingdom. My name is Millibeth. The old women were once fire keepers. I am here to look after them. It is what my mother did, and her mother before her, and so on. The old women, but now, and the king.
Alright, so here we are again in another spot on the game. So where you're seeing me go through this mist here, you actually do not have to go through this mist. In fact, in speedrun tactics or tech, you actually could go through, you actually are going to just skip it all. But in this case, we're not going to skip it all. We're just going to go through the, go through this just to get our first weapon as a deprived. Again, I do apologize if some of you are thinking like, Accureye, why are you leaving so much blank space? Why are you leaving so much dead air? And a lot of times I may leave you to guess what I was doing while I was thinking here. And I'm also kind of like, I don't want to go through a full hour of commentary just on this game, because there are some cutscenes, there are some things where you'll hear some voice ups and stuff, and that's one of the only few times you'll get a chance at the backstab, just so you all know. But as a as a streamer, I tell you all the commentary the whole time, and a lot of times I do try to make this as quick as I can on stream, because, yeah, we're on for, 3 hours or so, but, again, I don't make this long of a video on YouTube, so, of course, this is going to be a long video to upload, and I'm going to try to keep the commentary short, simple, and, you know what? Let's just let you guess what I was thinking here. Maybe at some point in time, I will revisit this video, add some director's commentary, and tell you what I was thinking. But at the same time, I'm at this point just kind of thinking that we have a full hour 3 minutes video. I don't think you all want to hear me for an hour 3 minutes, so I'll leave some blank spots, leave you to think what I was thinking, and I'll come back to you from time to time and, you know, give you some commentary and thoughts on what was occurring. So obviously this was one of the longer videos I've ever recorded, and it's the first series I've actually done that wasn't live on Twitch. If this was live on Twitch, you know, it would be a little easier for me to, you know, kind of interact with you all and just kind of give you the commentary and stuff for 3 or so hours. But because this is kind of a YouTube video, I'm not going to give you a complete commentary, but here's where you can get the smooth and silky. So you'll see that nest there. One of the main things you can do is leave the smooth and silky, and they'll give you an item. So usually it's a pretty good item, but it all depends on what it is. In this case, I got a soul, which is absolutely lovely, and yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So after that, you'll want to kick down the ladder and fall down. After this, you'll want to kick down the ladder and then fall down the little ledge there. You see that little ledge there? You'll want to fall down that. You'll get a nice soul. And yeah, I will probably meet you, as far as commentary goes, back once we get to the speed tech part for a speed tech part for this video. Oh, and there you can fight that giant there to get a you know, gender change. But yeah, I will go ahead and we'll go back to one of the bosses here, and then I'll meet you back when we get to Majanga and one of the speed tech things. So here, what I did is I decided to go back. I got my dagger now, so I decided to go back and actually kill that that one guy there. And what you'll see is once I get through that, I put on my armor just because you know, you still have your normal armor. But you know, the tech here is basically to attack this guy from behind and have him try to sit down on you. That's the tech. That's the move that you'll want to do. And what you'll get from this guy, as you'll see, is I'll get a stone ring and a gold pine resin, which is great. This guy is not easy for beginner players, so if you're a beginner player and you're kind of thinking, oh, Accureye made this look so easy, I could do this too. It's not that easy. I've had a lot of practice watching the frames and watching him, you know, throughout this fight, so, yeah. But like I said, you'll see me get a gold pine resin and a stone, and of course a stone, and a stone ring, which the stone ring will raise your poise. But yeah, with that being said, I will meet you back when we get to our first speed tech, our first speed run tech. So yeah, I'll meet you guys back, or meet you all back there. Alright, so here we are back. We're in Majora, and here's where we get our first speed run tech. So the speed tech is usually just to jump across here, set it up, and then jump across here. In this case, I accidentally just fell. You'll see that I grabbed that sacred chime and mace, there, as well as the binoculars that are here. Again, I don't think I'm going to use those items very much throughout this playthrough or series, but I thought I'd show you those items just in case you did want to get them. And of course, here's where you meet Harold. Now, the first time I played this game, I accidentally did kill her. I did not realize she was going to give me. I didn't realize she was going to give me the Estus Flask, and I also didn't realize she was our only source for leveling up. I thought there was another way to level up at the time, so, yeah, that was my bad. But, anyway, you'll also see the highlight here, being me going through to join, the Way of the Blue, or the Covenant of, the Way of the Blue, which is a, group for online play where, for any reason, if you do have a issue or if you do run into a red spirit that invades you, the Way of the Blue or the Blue Sentinels are supposed to help you and, you know, come to your aid to fight whoever the invader is. You'll also see me join the Way of the Champions, which is the covenant we are. You'll also see me join the Covenant of Champions, which is the covenant we will be focusing on for the moment. They are basically making it to where it basically makes the game to where the enemies are really, really unforgiving. And with them being really, really unforgiving, it basically makes it to where they don't perma-die or perma-gone. They aren't perma-gone when you join the Way of Champions. But with that being said, I will meet you back when we get to our next speedrun tech, I think, everybody. So I'll leave you guys. Oh, also one of the other highlights about this part is the very first shield, and you'll see me go down to get the very first shield. As you see, there's not much there. But yeah, you'll see me go down to get the very first shield, which is one of the other highlights, and a few other souls, as well as you'll see me show you a speedrun tech, which is to open doors. And basically the speedrun tech to open doors, if they open the way you can roll, is you first start the animation to let them open, and then you'll roll forward. Once you roll forward, you open the door. You open the door really quickly. That's a nice speedrun tech, and it's a nice little speedrun trick in case you're like, oh man, these doors are opening too slowly. I want to make them open faster. But with that being said, I'll get to you when we reach our next speed tech. And yeah, I'll leave you to guess what I was thinking throughout the rest of these, this part of the video. And I'll meet you all back when we get to our first speedrun tech part, or you know, the next speedrun tech. Also, don't forget to open the bonfire. You know, when it comes down to it. But anyway, I'll meet you back when we get to our next speedrun tech to explain the speedrun tech and stuff going forward there. So I will see you all then.
But no, I bring.
Oh, undead, are we? Just not well. Oh, yeah. So, ooh. Satisfied. Oh.
sorry, I... Well,
So I thought I would go back to the first speedrun tech, but then I was like, I looked through the video and I was like, you know, I should mention this in case you don't really understand it. But if you don't understand why I hit this rock here by this well, it's because it opens up your Estus Shard Flask and it allows you to upgrade your Estus Shard Flask. As a speedrunner, you're not going to go through that. You're not going to open up that Estus Shard Flask because it'll take too much time. But for those of you who are casually playing it, it's probably a good idea to to open that up and you know, and of course upgrade your Estus Shard Flask. Anyway, like I said, I'll get back to you all when the next speedrun tech comes into play. So I'll see you all then. Alright, so here I am, you know, kind of reset. You're probably thinking, what the heck happened? I saw you go through the door and then you all of a sudden, or you see me go through the door and you'll probably think, what the heck was this transition all about? And, you know, simple answer to this transition is that you'll see the speedrun tech there, and I'll show you that speedrun tech, but what happened was that during this, during the transition, I accidentally fell off the little wooden platform there. So yeah, now you could jump across here this bridge and into that soul, but I'm gonna take the speedrun tech here because I like the speedrun tech a little better. Speedrun tech goes pretty much like you go through here, you jump down, and then you're good to go. Now you saw a slight preview of that, but like I said, I messed up when I was doing that, so yeah. It ended up with us, you know, having to reset. Anyway, I will meet you all back when, I'll meet you all back when the, you know, when we run into the next, tech or something, for speedrun. Now, like I said, in speedrunning, you'll probably pass all these guys. You won't really need to fight them. I don't even know why I fought them, but hey, you know. I'm gonna meet you all back when we run into the next speedrun tech, everybody. So with that being said, I'll be back when we run into that next speedrun tech, everyone. Alright, everybody, I'm back. So here we are. Just see me find this guy. Every time I've tried to speed run past this guy, I've ended up having it to where this guy pretty much is yeah, pretty much is going to always bother me. So I ended up just kind of getting to that point where now it's like I'm just going to attack that guy. I know it slows down the speed run, but honestly, I've never had it to where the guy just RNGs me, to the point where I can, you know, pass him. So here you'll want to pop the soul if you're doing a speedrun attack, just so that you can get your 200 souls to of course, you know, fight the guy here. And you're probably thinking, what the heck happened to you? What the heck happened? And yeah, I just kind of cut to a point because, you know, let's say it ended up with me just having a lot of failures. But here you'll want to kind of position yourself like this. You're going to see me fail the first time. Now, the first time you're going to see me fail because I wasn't set in position. But the idea is to stand where I was looking, look down, and then basically pop off the bomb. What happens is the bomb basically glitches through the wall and allows me to blow up the barrels behind it, the gun barrels behind it. So you'll see me do it here the right way, and then you'll just do that. And yeah, if you did it correctly, at first you'll see the explosion go off, but then you'll get hit by the bomb wall. That always will happen, everyone. Don't worry, it always will happen. But that's the speedrun tech. In case you are wondering, like, Accureye, what the heck? I've seen so many speedrunners get through the wall and they don't even go the normal way, which you see me kind of go through the normal way here to show you what the normal way is. But yeah. Oh, that's the speedrun tech, everybody. That's what happens when you're speedrunning through you know, speedrunning through the boss fights. You know, you'll do that bomb glitch and yeah, I wouldn't say it's a glitch per se, but you use that bomb trick and then yeah, you're good to go. But with that being said, I will see you all in the next speedrun tech or at the boss fight. Either way, yeah, we will meet back when the next speedrun tech or boss fight happens. So with that being said, I will be back in a little bit, everyone.
Ah, yes.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek lest this...
Nice. I'll leave this one. It'll act with luck.
Alright, so here we are. Hopefully I can decrackle and get rid of all the background sound, because I know there's a lot of background sound when I was recording this. But yeah. Anyway, I mean, yeah, hopefully I can get rid of some of the background sound. I'll check some of the background sound when I get back. But anyway, here, that speedrun tech there was just to set up. You just run to where that soul was, and then you run and jump across. I don't know why I skipped the cutscene here. I do apologize that I skipped the cutscene. I was kind of in speedrun tactic mode when I did that. So here you'll see me kind of fail the first boss, but this is actually kind of an interesting thing where, and I'll explain it when we return to the successful run, which is, you may have noticed it, maybe you did, but yeah, I'll go ahead and, I will go ahead and tell you what I noticed when I was watching this boss fight after quite a number of failures, and it did take me quite a number of failures to actually succeed in this fight, but I will be commentating until the very end after this next cut, everybody. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm back. So here we are. It took me quite a few failures, but this is the successful run, and I will be basically at this point from here on out commentating throughout the rest of the video. I know there were a lot of blank spots, a lot of dead air, but I'm gonna leave you to think about what I was doing, and make speculations on your own, because obviously I didn't want to commentate through all 1 hour 3 minutes of this video. I mean, it was an hour 3 minutes that I did this. This is the longest recording and editing I've done. So, I mean, yeah. But again, this was my fault. I probably should have just kept it as character creation and then moving on to boss one. I just thought, I don't think character creation would be enough to make the first video, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna add the very first boss in as well, because yeah. Anyway, there's something I noticed about this character, about this boss, and maybe some of you Dark Souls players have noticed it too. But do you all remember the Gundam Style meme song? Yeah, that's exactly what this guy reminds me of when he's doing his stomps. This guy literally reminds me of the Gundam Style dance when it comes to what he's doing. I mean, seriously, seriously, I'm surprised. I'm not sure if anyone else has ever commentated on that. But if you know the song Gundam Style, this is exactly, he does the same exact stomps. Like, it almost seems like the exact same stomps when you're looking at it and when you see it being done. It's like, seriously. But anyway, the speedrun tech here is to basically homeward bone. I've seen people speedrunners dark sign it, but I'm going to homeward bone it just because. Now, you're probably noticing, yeah, this is the first actual loading screen I'm going to leave in, but it's just because, you know what, we're right near the end. But with that being said, I mean, that is pretty much character creation and the very first boss. So what I'm going to do here is I'm basically going to use the humanity, revive my humanity, and then we'll move on to the second boss when we return. Or actually, no. You'll see me, actually, first of all, go back to Majunga to open up the door and get our first weapon. This weapon is going to be our weapon of choice, at least throughout most of the game, which is the rapier. We're going to be using the rapier to as our weapon of choice throughout the game, and this will be the weapon we decide to use as we move on through through the game and through the stuff. So with that being said, it is what it is. To see us get by the rapier and six Titanite shards. Those 6 Titanite shards should be enough for us to get to level 3. But of course, you'll see us here first level up our character. All you need is 12 dexterity and like 5, I think, strength to wield it. And you'll see the stats that I did there to level up. And yeah, then you'll see us upgrade the rapier, which is the weapon of choice that we're going to be using throughout throughout the game. So with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me on this video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out. And thank you for being doing what you helping continue to support the channel the way you do. So we're going to go ahead and go back, restore our humanity, sit down at the bonfire, and then we'll be back with boss number 2, which will be a much shorter video, and something that I might commentate throughout the entire video. But because this was an hour, 3 minutes long or so, I just didn't want to commentate through it all. I mean, my goodness, that would have taken a long time to commentate through. And it would have been kind of a pass to me. I mean, that's just my thoughts, but either way, Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me on this video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye or /Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure for 4 to 5 hours, but I'm also trying to be live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and potentially Sunday for 2 to 3 hours on Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday. But Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday will be 4 to 5 hours. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me on this video. Thank you for watching this video. We'll be back with Boss 2 hopefully soon. But until then, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.